Hello, everyone. Welcome to the final edition of Diamonds and Dew, aka Leakay, along with my wife Lenore.
He's singing your life, dear.
Yeah, my wife Lenore. Well, you are my wife and my life, so either way it works. Anyway, I say the final edition because it seems that people don't think it too popular. So we figured we might as well give it up and not do it anymore. If it's not wanted, why do it? And if you believe that, I got a bridge in Brooklyn for you too. Happy 1st of April, also known as April Fools. I am not bad. I'm actually kind of nice. Anyway, welcome to our lovely day of April. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Thank you for joining us. And if you're here for the first time, stick around. You might find it's actually kind of fun. At least I would think so. We got a lot going on in comment-wise. Because I have two separate things to comment on. Both Lenore's updates and last week's WIP and chats. I am currently going to change my lens, however, make it a little bit easier to see. Oh, that's even worse. Anyway, so we might as well get started with the WIP and chat questions, because there weren't that many of them. So we'll start with those nice and easy ones first. So Lenore, if you don't mind, please.
I don't. The first one we have is Crafting with Shay. Hi, Lee and Lenore. Great whip and chat. Thanks for keeping me company. Looking forward to your live. Well, thanks for being there so we can keep you company.
Yeah, really. Thank you for being there indeed. You know, coming from one of your loyal minions.
You?
Yeah, me. You're not a minion.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You didn't start it.
I know.
You're an associate minion.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, that's better.
The next one comes from Laura. Really enjoyed the whip and chat. Loved the stories. Well, we hope you did because we're sort of bumbling around there with that.
Yeah, we do love to tell stories, but unfortunately sometimes when you have to think of them, you can't. When you don't have to think of them, they're all over the place. But that's okay.
My next one comes from Tammy, and she says, I love the stories that both of you told. You had me laughing so hard I had tears running down my face. Don't cry, Tammy. Question of the week for you and Lenore. What's your fondest childhood memories, and who, if anybody, have you looked up to in life? Do you want to hit?
Go ahead, you first.
When I was very young, maybe 5, which is the dark ages, obviously. My aunt's, by marriage, sister. My aunt's name was Bessie, and her sister's name was Hattie. Hattie was a very sweet lady who used to come and visit and seemed to like me. Well, for Christmas, she bought me a gift. Now, my parents didn't have a lot of money, so we never got really expensive gifts. I did this Christmas. She bought me a dollhouse. I have never forgotten that. A dollhouse with all kinds, and she bought me a tea set to go with it. I forgot about that. The dollhouse and the tea set, and I loved it to pieces. I still have fond memories of that and that kind, sweet lady who made a little girl's Christmas very, very special with her thoughtfulness. God bless Hattie, who I know she's in heaven. And whoever I looked up to, my dad. I was definitely a daddy's girl. He had 6 sons, and then he did something right. He had a daughter.
Oh, 6 sons and he did something right and had a daughter. Okay.
And he was a good dad to me. I think he was rough on the brothers, but he was a good dad, always gentle. And he would get up and go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, and my mother got up and made his breakfast. And he would always leave me a little piece of egg and a little piece of bacon, so I would have something of his right then in the morning. And I miss him terribly. He died when I was only 16, but that's a long time ago. But I still remember him. All right, Lee, it's your turn now.
Well, like Lenore, my who I looked up to the most was my dad. He busted his backside. I'll be nice. Busted his backside to provide for as best he could for the family. Worked constantly. Unfortunately, that did mean I had less of him around. But by the same token, it means I had more around me. I grew up very quickly. I was the 21-year-old, 12-year-old is how I like to put it. Because my dad always had very high influential people around the house. So I had to learn very quickly how to be the young host. As far as my favorite childhood memory, I think that's the one that I told before in a previous WIP and Chat about being at Opryland in Tennessee and being on the flume ride. On that particular ride, my mother was sitting way in the back with all of the camera equipment and her hat. She was one of those ones that loved the big fluffy or the big brimmed summer women's hats. Anyway, I sat in the front. My father sat in front of me. Mind you, we were not separated by anything. So we're going through the ride, having a great old time, having a laugh, and then you get to that last hill. For those of you that have been on or have seen these rides, that last hill is the killer. It's the one that goes almost straight down. My father pushed his feet against the front of the cabin. Don't you laugh just because I'm asking that my father had 4 legs? Jeez. Go ahead, laugh. See what I care. Dad'll come down and get you.
No, he loved me.
No, he loved me. Anyway, he braced his feet against the front of the flume ride, grabbed both sides of the ride, and pushed straight back. I am beating on his back, and I am trying to let out air, which wasn't coming. The reason for that, my father was crushing me. We get down to the bottom, and my mother turns around and says, "Oh my God, Lee," and my father turns around, looks at me, still sitting in the seat, trying to catch my breath, and he's going, "I forgot he was there." Thanks a lot, Dad. Sheesh. But nonetheless, it's still my favorite memory because overall it was fun. And it was funny.
All set?
Yep.
Okay. The next comment comes from Casey, that's me.
Casey.
And she says, I had written a comment, not sure if you received it. I just wanted you to know I watch under the name of Karen Seeing Diamonds. My middle name is Lee. People would say that's how boys spell it, Lee. You had another great WIP. Your stories are fun. Thank you both for sharing.
Well,
thank you.
Casey, thank you very much. As far as, well, that's how boys will spell it. Hey, We are in 2024. Gender identification is nothing. So who cares how you spell your name?
I think Lee Merriweather spelled it Lee too.
Yeah, see? There you go. You don't have to speak so softly.
Well, I was just giving you a tip.
You don't have to give, you can give everybody the tip. Lee Merriweather, she was saying that Lee Merriweather spells it that way too, she thinks.
I know. Okay. All right. Our next comment comes from Melanie. Just love hearing you laugh and giggle, Lenore. I am so sorry about your misplaced ring. I lost my grandma's ring that she gifted me. Then a year later, my 5-year-old son walked up to me with it in his hands. That was years ago. Thank you for sharing wonderful stories, and so glad you highlighted the fact that having a temper is not always a reflection of whether you are a good soul or not. Question of the week for both of you. What is the best piece of advice have you ever received in your lifetime? Lenore, I hope you didn't get hurt when you fell. Oh my God, you were too hilarious. Joking aside, I squatted down to empty the litter box and something happened to my back. I just tilted over on my side in that position. My cat was licking my forehead. After a while, I managed to stretch out and crawled to my bed. Fun times. LOL.
Well, didn't you have something you wanted to tell?
I did, but what was the best advice you ever got? You didn't think of it.
Good question. I had so many pieces of good advice.
I had some from my mother-in-law, which were just say thank you when someone compliments you.
Which she has a hard time following to this day.
That's true. Okay, and I had a couple of kitty stories, at least one or two that I remember. I'm getting very senile over here. I had a white Persian. It had all kinds of papers. I did not buy it. It was given to me because the cat had started to nip at the kids that these people had. And she was the fussiest, most pretentious cat. I don't even think she knew she was a cat. But anyway, one day she got out of my apartment and we looked all over the place. She had fallen down through a grate and she was in the grate. And we had to get her out. My poor little baby girl.
When she says we, by the way,
yes, I meant you.
She is not talking about me.
No.
She is talking about a roommate that she had at that point.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, because that particular...
That cat was long before you.
That particular cat, I would have preferred to kick across the room.
She was just a darling snob.
She was a snobby little witch is what she was.
She was called Snowball, and she didn't like anybody, up to and including me.
She tolerated Lenore because Lenore fed her. So anyway, go ahead.
And I also have a litter box story to tell. I had the litter boxes. I had a roommate, my best friend, Kathy, and I stepped out of the shower. The litter box was in the bathroom. I had not remembered pulling it out to clean it and not putting it back when I got into the shower. Well, I stepped out into the litter box and sat down in it. It was not fun. But that's me. You look up the word klutz and my picture's there in the dictionary.
Yeah, that would be her.
Thanks.
Was there something in there for me too? I don't think so.
I thought your best piece of advice, and you can...
Well, my best piece of advice that I've ever received actually came as stereotypical as it sounds. I'm not even sure where I heard it first. But basically, it boils down to to paraphrase, you do you. Okay, be yourself. Don't worry about what people like, what people dislike. You know, act appropriately, act accordingly. And if they don't like you, don't let the door hit them on the way out. That's their problem, not mine. Like I said, I don't remember where I heard it from, but it's a good piece of advice as far as I was concerned, because I was always thinking, how do I make myself better so people will like me? Can't do that, because then you become fake. Other than that, that's about all I can think of. And no, she didn't get hurt, by the way, too badly when she fell.
And the next comment comes from Jennifer. When I was a little girl, we had a family friend who gave me a set of amethyst stretch bracelets in a matching silk jewelry box. They were gorgeous, but for some odd reason, I lost interest and donated them to Goodwill several years later. If there was a thing I lost that I wish I had back, that would be it, aside from all the money I ever donated via slot machine to the city of Las Vegas. The story of the piano bar being closed sounds like something straight from The Godfather.
Oh, well, it's about the size of it.
It was about the size of it. And that same bar, when I used to go there and sing, there was this gentleman there, a small Italian man, not Nicky, who Donnie, who was the piano bar player, told me to watch out for because he was part of the mob.
He was also a lech.
No, he was after me. He Donnie just said, "Don't, you could talk to him, but don't go out anywhere with him." Well, I hadn't intended to. He's quite a bit older than I am, and older than the piano player. But you just had to be careful of where you were and what you were doing at all times.
As his witness, she's into younger men. I'm living proof. Yes, Miss Cougar?
Well, I wasn't, Mr. Pain in the Butt. Our next comment comes from Cindy. Love the video as always. Lenore, you must be a saint to put up with Lee. You're absolutely right. That's why my middle name is Francis. Lenore, I can only hope I'm doing as good as you when I get to your age, as I don't have that long to get there. Laugh out loud. I am so sorry about your ring. I wear my grandma's wedding ring, and I would hate to lose it. And Lee, that is not a good mental image to leave with. ROLMAO. Can't wait for the next installment to the Lenore and Lee show and the live. See you on Leopard Leatherworks. Thanks, Cindy.
Cindy, in your case, the mental image could be any number of things. I don't remember which one, so you're just gonna have to suffer. That's all there is to it. Suffer. But thank you for the comments. It is appreciated. Was there a question? I forget.
No.
I got no brain. Don't mind me. Don't you dare. I know you. You'll say something.
Okay, the next comment comes from Happy Little Drills. Hello, Lee, Lenore, and Oreo. Can't wait to see the live whenever you get to it. We will be getting to it now that my mind is somewhere near in place.
Yes, we'll get into that in a little bit too.
Yeah. And the last one of the comments that we have from last week is from Trin. As usual, great job, L&L. I like that, L&L. I can't wait for Lenore's debut here. Will you take requests? If I know it, I'll sing it. I shouldn't say that.
Too late. You have now committed to it. There is proof in the video. You have been recorded.
Kidding aside, I'm glad you weren't too beat up from your fall. It stinks getting older. I know that I've left my youth behind when I began tripping on air. You know, Trin, I've been tripping on air for years and over imaginary cracks in the sidewalk and everything else. So, I don't know if it has to do with age or I'm just plain
She didn't.
clumsy.
She didn't really trip over cracks. She just kept trying to hop over them because she remembered that old adage. Trip on a crack, break your mother's back.
Yep.
Trip on a line, break your mother's spine.
Oh. Oh.
So she knows what she was doing. Although her mother was kind of a sweet person, I suppose.
Even though she threatened to hit you with her cane on several occasions.
Well, that's because I kept telling her she kept watching a losing team by rooting for the Red Sox.
Her favorite baseball team.
Yeah, she loved the Red Sox, but I always called them the Red Sox. She and I used to go around and round on that, but she loved me anyway.
Yeah, she had to.
She had no choice. I was a ride everywhere. So anyway,
I don't think she lived long enough to see them win a World Series.
no, she did not. Unfortunately, she passed away before they won the World Series. But that's okay. So anyway,
The next group of comments are going to be all the prayers and thank yous, and I just want to go through them, and so does Lee. I shouldn't
Okay.
say I.
before we do though,
What, honey?
I want to make sure everybody knows how appreciative we are
Yes.
for a bunch of people who do not know us.
Well,
Yeah, you know us from the catering and the the fun and the whip and chats and yada yada yada. Okay, but overall do not know us, but yet send such thoughts and such well wishes and send such prayers to a couple of strangers. So it is highly appreciated, and so that's why we want to make sure we acknowledge. I mean, we like to acknowledge everyone that takes the time to comment anyway, because we know that a lot of people, myself included, I will include myself on this, tend to watch, maybe hit the like, and just that's it. Then we just go on to the next whip and chat. So to take the time to comment, long or short, deserves recognition. And this being such an emotional thing and such a supportive thing, I think deserves it that much more.
all right. The first one I have is from Sherry. Thank you so much for the update. Prayers for your family. Lee, you and Lenore are so precious. We've never been called precious before, but we both like it.
And if you didn't hear that, she said we've never been called precious before, but we both like it. I can't tell what they can hear and what they can't, so when I think you're talking soft, that's why I say something.
That's all right. The next one is from Gail. Thank you for the update. Praying for you all. Thank you.
Appreciate that, Gail. The family appreciates it, as does my brother Jack. John, whatever. He prefers to be called John by everybody else. He lets me call him Jack.
Let's me call him Jack too.
Yeah, well,
Well.
he wouldn't hit a girl.
Oh. And the next one is from Henny. Hi, Lee and Lenore. Henny's? At Henny's?
Henny.
Okay. Hi, Lee and Lenore. Thank you for the update. You are in my thoughts and sending praise your way. Thank you so much.
Yes, it is appreciated.
And at Hazel.
Hazel?
Hazel.
Let me see.
At Hazel,
Yep. Hazel. Sorry about that. It's just a name I didn't recognize. I had to double check.
Thank you for sharing. Sending love, light, and prayers to you, Lenore and your brother. To you, Lenore and your brother. Thank you very much. Next one is from Sarah. Praying for all of you, sending lots of positive energy and prayers your way. The positive energy was greatly appreciated.
Yeah, even with iron infusions that are supposed to be bringing her energy,
I don't have any.
her common saying is, energy, what's that?
And this is from Dodie Diva.
Billy,
Billy, yes.
Billy A.
So sorry to hear the news, and prayers and positive thoughts are being sent for you all. Thanks for the update. Hugs, Billy A. Thank you, Billy A.
Like I said, these are all, the reason we're not stopping after every one is because they are literally all
Praise and
prayers and positive thoughts. And I wanted to make sure that they got highlighted. There are a couple that are, make other comments, but for the most part, they're, we're just highlighting the individuals that brought us the comments, and it is appreciated.
And
Look under Billy A. That's the next one you got to go.
No, I already do it. Oh, is it? No. I already did that. Oh, yeah, it is. I already did that. So,
Yes.
Carol. This one is from Carol. Thanks for the update, Lee. I will be keeping you, Lenore, and your brother in my prayers. I already read that. Sorry. This next comment is from Richard. Hey, you two. Do not let this ruin your Easter Bunny Sunday. I hope the both of you got chocolate, and more from Reese's Bunny. But more seriously, just remember that this is for Jack. Just remember that it is afoot. And if you have to let one go to be safe and healthy, do it. You will have life, and that's in all caps. We are hoping hugely that you will not have to. You are going to be fine. I know what the big C, don't say it out loud of my mouth, that's his saying that, word does when we hear it, and it is so scary. Remember, you will be fine, and we are all sending healing, karma, prayers, and daily thoughts of laughter. Happy Easter, Richard.
Thank you to Richard and your Pink Shirt Brigade. For those of you that watched Joanna's live with Richard on it, you will understand that one. He does some fascinating and fabulous work. He's also a collector of all things Disney, Maleficent, Wicked Witch. So anyway,
this next one is from Miss Margaret. You're in our thoughts, Lee and Lenore. Thank you, Miss Margaret. This one is from Joe. All the positive vibes coming your way for all of you and the situations that you are dealing with. Thank you so much. This one is from Jonna. Praying for you all. You and Lenore are adorable. Thank you. The next one is from Cynthia. Prayers in the air. That's what we like to hear. And Stacy. Thank you for the update. I hope the doctor has good news for you two. You're all in my thoughts.
Yeah, we'll go over that right after we're done with all of these. Even though most of you probably already know.
This one is from Masha. My heart goes out to your brother, Lenore, and of course you, Lee. Please remember to never give up. Lenore, anytime you would like to talk, I will be here for you as I know exactly what you are going through. I wish I could hug you and just let you know. I know, Masha. I thank you very much for that. Um, I thought I was all done with it. Little did I know, but it turned out well. Scared the heck out of me, but didn't do anything for Lee either or his brother Jack. This next comment is from Jackie. I will be praying for you all. So sorry about this. Our health is very important to us. Sending hugs. I love hugs. You both do an excellent job on your whip and chat. The next one is from Sheila. I will be thinking of you and your family. I will be sending happy thoughts. Thank you. Happy thoughts are very good thoughts. This one is from Cindy. Hearts, prayers, thoughts, and love to all of you, and tears, and even more smiles and laughter. You will really need those. You have become well loved. Thank you so much, Cindy.
Now, before anything else, was that the last one or was there more?
No, I'm just on page 5.
Okay, just on page 5. Before I go too far into it, just as a side note, you know, you say, you tell her she's well loved. The comment was made yesterday that she's part of the community. And she's like, I don't diamond paint. I'm not a part of the community.
You have to tell everything you know?
Yes, I have to tell everything I know. Because I know that the community will back me up on this and tell you that no matter what, you are part of the community. As Tim said from Leopard Leatherworks, you are the diamond painter's singer as much as I am the caterer to the creators. So, on you.
Okay, now that he's had his say. This next one is from Christy. Oh, Lee, I'm so sorry that y'all are going through all of this. I can't do a good Southern accent.
Y'all.
Y'all. I had no clue. Sending hugs, prayers, and positive vibes for all 3 of you. What a crew you got there. LOL.
Yeah. The only problem is the crew keeps wanting a mutiny on me.
With good reason.
Good reason, my ass.
Ooh.
What?
Nothing. This comes from Miss Missy. Prayers and love to you and your family. Thank you. And Lee thanks you. And Jack thanks you, even though he's not here standing behind me. The next one is from Jennifer. Just prayed for you and your family's health concerns. Thank you, Jennifer.
Well, see that? I'm famous. Even Jennifer Love Hewitt prays for us. Oh, it wasn't Jennifer Love Hewitt? Well, hell. Thank you, Jennifer.
Emma, this is the next one is from Emma. And she sent prayers, which are always welcome. The next one is from Trin. Thoughts and prayers with you guys, hoping for the best outcomes. Thank you, Trin.
Hunja.
The next one is DP Shooting Girl. Lots and lots of prayers and positive vibes from me and my closest friends, whom I haven't given your names to, but have asked for such from them for friends in the DP community. I get iron infusions also, Lenore and Lee, 2 times a year due to gastric bypass surgery, also, and the lymphoma treatments. Your lack of energy is well understood. Please keep us posted. Thank you, and thank you for explaining this, because I can't understand it that much, because I don't seem to be recovering any energy that quickly. Of course, it's only been 2 weeks. I got 1 more week this week to go, and then I'm done with the iron for a while. This, what, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, this one comes from Brenda. Nice to meet you, Lenore. You are a beautiful woman, thank you, with an amazing voice, thank you again. Hey, Lee, and a huge hello to your brother. My heart goes out to all of you. The waiting and wondering is just cruelty, Lenore, from your doctor. Downright mean. I have been praying for all of you continually and will keep praying. Please know that people you don't know are praying and sending love and light. Stay strong. Thank you, Brenda. I didn't lose my mind during this last thing with it, so I'm assuming that was the prayers that I'm getting back from all of you guys and gals. This one is from Charlotte. Sorry to hear what you as a family are going through. Sending positive thoughts your way. Thank you, Charlotte. This one is from Laura. Prayers for your family. We can use it. Thank you, Laura. This one is from Mia. Sending love and prayers to you. Send them back to you, Mia. Thank you very much. This one is from Happy Little Drills. I'm sorry about your brother's situation. Sending prayers to you all. Hopefully, Lenore's diagnosis is not a scary one. Thank you so much for that. And keep praying for Jack. This one is from Cheryl I. Praying for you both. Thank you. Snuggy's Crafting Corner.
Yep.
Hope you get better soon. Love your smile, Lenore. Well, thank you. And that last one is from KC. That's me. My prayers are with all of you. Thank you, KC. That's me. We appreciate every prayer we get.
Okay, now, for those of you who have not heard, which I kind of don't see that happening, but nonetheless, the following Thursday after that report, that update, she had gone to her infusion, and while we were there, we had told the nurse that we wanted to speak to the doctor to see what the results were, and she very happily provided Lenore with the piece of paperwork that said it was negative. So she does not have a recurrence of the breast cancer. So there's no concern about that. My brother is still suffering with issues with his foot. He goes to the podiatrist tomorrow, and we will hopefully have better word there, or more word there anyway, on what's going on. While I am there with him, I might just talk to the receptionist and get a appointment for myself to get a different brace. I said might. Don't be sitting there celebrating too soon there, woman.
Oh, you're such a brat.
But nonetheless, so those are the current updates for what we have. Those are the current comments for what we have. So, we will, as I said earlier, it was an April Fool's joke. We will be back next week, and we will talk to you then. Other than that, have yourselves a wonderful week. Hope you enjoy the rest of today, tonight. And don't take any wooden nickels. I'm still struggling to come up with a nice little outro line that, everybody comes up with, and I just can't because I just don't have the mental capacity to think of such things. I have no imagination. I have no, None of the, what are you looking at me like that
You
for?
have no imagination.
No, I have no
You're
imagination.
so
I got
full of
none.
crap.
That's why I have no imagination, because I'm so full of crap. Stop hitting me.
I can't help it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Different statements. You don't let me get away with it. Why should I let you?
Anyway, that having been said,
Have a good rest of the week.
thank you very much. Have a good rest of your week, and we will see you, if not in others' lives, then we will see you next week. Bye.